Hello Aquarius friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my Aquarius November 2022 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. If you want more free goodies from me, look in the notes underneath the podcast or video to reveal the links that will bring you to them. This is for you if Aquarius is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or if you even go deeper into your chart, any Aquarius placement will cast a chart where what we're going to talk about here will carry relevance. If you are a very late degree Aquarius friend, so like February 15th through the rest of the sign, or like 23 degrees or so through the rest of the sign, then I also suggest you additionally listen to my Pisces report, as you very late degree Aquarius friends will benefit from both readings. Okay, so we've got Jupiter going direct, we've got Mars retrograde, we've got eclipses, the second one in the cycle, we've got a flurry of water energy, including grand trine energy in the sky, and we have Sagittarius energy starting as the month develops. So we're going to talk about how all of these things will affect you as an Aquarius. Okay, so the first must know is that Jupiter is going direct. So things that started to slow down in July may start coming back around again, even though Mars is going to have this opposing effect, which we'll talk about how to navigate these differences later. There is this major mega gas giant waking up, and this is happening in your area of communication, transportation, mobility, which probably ensures that between now and next spring or summer for you all down under, it's going to be very busy. Okay, you're going to be doing a lot of social engagements, writing projects, things with trying to get the perfect car or devices, or in some way being able to expand how you communicate with other people and being heard yourself. Okay, so this is a very big trend that's happening. It's a very strong energy, and you're going to feel it waking up. Now, at the same time, Mars, just at the end of October, finally went retrograde after a long prelude that started in the beginning of September with its pre-shadow transits. And Mars does rule energy, and our energy and how we use it. So you will notice that as certain things are waking up in your life, other things are slowing down. Okay, so this is, if you pay attention to this, it will be super clear and it will be easy to follow. Okay, so if you're trying to do something and you're getting frustrated because it's not working and there are roadblocks, that is Mars shutting that thing down. So if you take your energy away from that project or those areas of focus and direct them towards the places where Jupiter is lighting up this expansion frenzy and this water trine energy, then you can have a much easier time. And the reason why I do my work, the whole premise on which I work, is to help you align with the natural rhythms of the universe, okay? And so by understanding these things, you can just have a much easier experience of whatever's going on and make the most of the opportunities. And that's what I want to help you do, okay? So that biggest thing, just pay attention. If you're frustrated, that's your key. Hey, Annie said this. If I'm starting to get very frustrated, just look at the signs around you. People aren't showing up to do their job with something. People are, whatever. Just take your foot off the gas there and put it towards the things that are lighting up. Now, if those things that you have to do are necessary, then try to look for creative solutions to work around the obstacles that are occurring. But remember that you can't solve a problem with the same line of thinking that created the problem. Now, if you haven't watched my video called Change Your Life in 2 Minutes yet, then I would suggest searching for that and watching it, because it's also intended to help you utilize a self-help tool that will help to make astrological challenges easier. So if there are tough aspects in the stars, if there's things out of your hands, and you're frustrated and you're thrown off, that can help you. Okay, so that's a new resource you can search for. But in any case, just direct your energy differently and things will be much easier. All right, so the next thing that we must know is that Mars, yes, can cool things off. Yes, it can bring frustration if we're especially not, using the energy the right way. And specifically for Aquarius, this is happening in your house of creative projects, children, romance. So if you were in a relationship that was really hot and then all of a sudden it cooled down, Mars could be the culprit. If there were things going really well, if you're trying to have a child or doing something with your kids and things started to kind of slow down and go backwards, you might need to work with the foundation a little bit more before you can advance. And that's what these retrogrades are really about, is there are things in our lives that the expansion that we want to see from them is on a faulty ground. And the retrograde gives us the time and focus to go back and shore up that foundation so that when the direct motion happens again, we can build more. Okay, so that's what this is about. Now, the good news for Aquarius is that this whole very long Mars cycle in Gemini is in a beautiful angle for you. So the odds that Mars is going to be frustrating is less for you, and the odds that Mars is just going to bring amazing things from the past, romance from the past, harmony with your kids or resources to help them from the past, things that you've always wanted to do, your bucket list stuff, pleasures and fun and hobbies, all of those things from the past are things you've always wanted to do, just showing up right now. Okay, so that is true, from the summer or winter for you all down under of 2022 until like the spring or fall for you all down under of 2023, you're going to be having these amazing angles with Mars in your fellow air sign. So just be very excited about that. Okay, so the next must know that I wanted to talk about is the eclipses, right? So we've got the Taurus Scorpio eclipse cycle that has been happening since the end of 2021 will go through until the end of 2023. We've got hot spots of these karmic and dharmic timelines happening. Every time the eclipses happen, it's like these factors that are at play get brought up right into the surface, sometimes in very dramatic ways, sometimes bringing exhilarating change and sometimes bringing goodbyes that we do not want to say, right? But in any case, change is being activated for everyone in the zodiac. Financial resilience, things having to do with your sustainability, earned income are all being accentuated by this 16-degree Taurus lunar eclipse that's happening on November 8th. Now, we'll talk about how this might affect you, but also know that the eclipse that happened on October 25th in Scorpio is also still affecting in this time of November. So if you haven't watched my October report, I talk about what kind of changes you can see from that eclipse in that report, which will still be carrying over to this time as well. Okay, so for Aquarius, there is a 90-degree angle between your placements and this eclipse, all right? So that means a pressure point. Now, don't take that to be something you have to be fearsome about. We all know that pressure is necessary in life. Pressure is what makes a diamond, and pressure is what gives us motivation to accomplish anything or to do anything that we want to do in our lives. So again, reframing this. Oh, and by the way, this is very exciting. Since the last time I recorded horoscopes, I got some confirmation that this belief that I have and the way that I do my work is when I present you with something that could be a challenge, I also say, okay, let's reframe this into how this can be positive. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm saying this could be stressful, okay? It's a pressure point. I'm being direct with you about the energy. But as a Sagittarius with a ton of Sag energy, I'm an optimist and I like to look for the ways that we can use a challenge to our advantage and how it can be great. Okay, now I just had confirmation about this with a course that I was listening to, and this woman was talking about how now scientifically they've proven that people reframing stress into a positive thing actually changes the physical markers in their bodies of stress and what the outcomes are. Okay, so I'm not going to get into all the details of these studies and all of the other things she cited, but I just want to let you know that there is scientific proof for this philosophy that I have and the way that I do my work that you can reframe this, okay? And this can help you to have more of a positive experience and to have a better outcome. So the changes are likely going to be coming in your home, your family, your housing, your real estate projects, working from home or not. Those kind of storylines are very likely to be active for you at this time. And the me-we cycle is what I call it, like me and my stuff, you and your stuff. This is a very Taurus versus Scorpio storyline. So you're noticing over the years from the end of 2021 through the end of 2023, this reshuffling of individual versus shared resources of all different kinds. And that's happening like with our world resources, that's happening with our individual resources and our relationships to others and the entities that have resources. Okay, so you're going to see this come up a lot. Now, these are some highlights about how you might be affected, but if you want to go deeper into how you might see these manifest, go to Annie Botticelli, my YouTube channel, go on the homepage, go to the Eclipse playlist and watch eclipses in Taurus or the second house, because it's the sign of Taurus that this one's happening in. You want to also look for eclipses in Cancer or the fourth house, because that is the house that it's happening for you. And you can also throw in the eclipses in Scorpio video, because that is still going to be affecting from October. Okay, so let's see what else I want to. All right, so these Scorpio energies are also a bit of a nuisance for Aquarius placements. They make the same square angle, 90 degree, which is a point of pressure. And so your emotions or somebody else's emotions might be annoying at this time, and you might have to slow down and deal with them, which again could turn out to be a wonderful thing, because you took the time to deal with things that you're experiencing and feeling that you might have been stuffing, or, you know, like kind of being in the mental zone about. Aquarius energies can sometimes, you know, come to an understanding about something mentally, which you can think that that is healing it emotionally, and sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. And those places where some actual raw emotional work has to be dealt with, this might be happening at this time. And this can be in any area of life, but your work, your career, your place out in the world, your you know, how you deal with authority figures, father figures, you know, navigating what your life purpose, what you're supposed to be doing. So there looks like there's a little bit of pressure there at this time, that you get to have some fuel to crack through a matrix that you might be in those areas of life. Now, as the month goes on, the energies change from this emotional Scorpio, kind of heavier, deeper energies, to this wonderful Sagittarius combination, which is a better angle for you. So you'll notice that mid-month, the energies will be more uplifted, there's more optimism, it's less heavy emotion in yourself and others. And you'll just start to see the beautiful effects of Sagittarius placements. So for you, this can definitely light up your social sector. This can light up your networking and your community-based projects, long-distance travel, different cultures, different languages, education, teaching, learning, things like that. You might find your perfect person to help you with something through a networking event, or you might, you know, have some progress on a community project. I mean, there are so many different ways that this can manifest, but this is a positive angle for you, okay? So after the heaviness, you're going to step into this nice 60-degree angle, which is the ingredients on a counter angle, I always like to call it, meaning you have your stuff to make a pie there in these realms, and then you have to take some action to actually do it. Okay, so before we leave the topic of water, though, I want to go back to the point of having this water trine, all right? Because this is kind of a big deal. We've got Mercury, the Sun, Venus, transiting South Node, all in Scorpio. Then we have star goddesses, Juno and Estrella. We've got Neptune and Jupiter for a little while longer in Pisces. And we have the star goddesses, Black Moon Lilith and Pallas Athena. Now, you might not be hearing a lot about this grand trine energy, because I don't know that a lot of people talk about the star goddesses. So if you don't pick up the energies of the star goddesses, you would miss the fact that this grand trine is occurring at all. Okay, because those ladies, Black Moon Lilith and Pallas Athena over there in Cancer, are what's making this a grand trine. A regular trine is when planets are in the same elements, making a 120 degree angle. That's nice. But when you add the grand trine, it's the sacred geometry of the origin of the coherence of the universe, which is pretty exciting. So the types of positive things that you can see from this, and the types of opportunities that present, are in going deeper into relationships, having, startling revelations about how you can, use your intuition to go deeper into whatever you want to in your life. Emotional and psychological breakthroughs can happen. And if you are targeting your energy, like that's again part of why I let you know this, because these things can happen naturally without you even knowing this is going on. But if you know it's going on and you put work in those arenas, you can use the energy in better ways. Okay, so things with your home and family, we already talked about that with the eclipse, but now you also have the energy with this trine of being able to assist in this way. And there are a million more manifestations of this, but just general harmony, flow, cooperation, insights, all of those kind of things are present, and they're all in the realm of emotion, okay? Emotion and connection with other people, connection with yourself, connection with the divine. So all of that is happening, and for Aquarius placements, the houses that are being accentuated are actually your earth houses, okay? So this is an emotional revolution that can accentuate your material realm, okay? So that's very, very exciting news, that anytime that you invest in connecting with people could result in a bettering of your circumstances from a foundational or like a material and a very tangible way. Okay, so I've given you a lot of information to work with to help you make the most of the starry possibilities. If you would like more free goodies from me, go to AnnieHelpsYou.com. That is the interface for all of the free goodies I make for you and all of my other offerings. And I also have blogs on that site, astrology blogs and more. You can go to CozyBySweetStarlight.com. This is a beautiful site if you haven't seen it yet. This is an astrology kissed nest where you can cozy in and learn about how astrology can help you in your daily experience, and also lots of tips for and spirit fuel for healthy living. If you want some free courses on unleashing your money magnet and wellness, you can go to lumelife.com, L-U-M-E, life.com. At that same website, which is my school, Luminous Life Multiversity, you can find my very transformational programs, including my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery Course. If you want to be a professional astrologer and earn money as an astrologer, I can teach you how to do that from ground level all the way up to the professional level. Or if you just like to learn for your own personal development and helping friends and family, I can also help you there. And I have other courses that you can see there at lumelife.com, L-U-M-E life.com. If you're looking for readings or personalized astrology education packages, you can go to anniebclarity.com and see the options there. If you would like to get exclusive content access, so more content from me, helping you to understand your natal chart, giving you more goodies on the current and upcoming astrological transits. If you want to understand many ways that you can make tough astrological transits easier, you can find all that at AnnieBAstrology.com. Now for my books. I have 3 books that are available and more on the way. You can find Planetology, How to Align with the Natural Rhythms of the Universe, on the shelf at all major booksellers in the Mind, Body, Spirit section. And that is a very beautiful hardcover, in-depth book. You can also get it online or at any indie bookstore. My other book, Radical Prayer, Transform Your Life and the World in 28 Days. This is a non-denominational prayer and affirmation book. I've heard a lot of people carry it around in their bag with them and refer to it often. It's a beautiful book. You can find it through any major bookseller and online, also at indie stores. And my new release of my very first book, which is a spiritual novel called Tough Pill to Swallow. So it's a beautiful, supernatural, autobiographically inspired book. Tough Pill to Swallow is based on my experience working for Big Pharma decades ago, selling a drug that got recalled. And you'll see more about that in Tough Pill to Swallow, which you can also order online or order through any major bookseller or indie bookseller. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.